Good morning, everyone. Let us start today's session. So this is lecture number 10 of the engineering mechanics. So in this lecture, we will study the module number 2, equilibrium of coplanar forces. So here on the screen, you can see the content of the module number 2. So in the module number 2, we have two sections, section 2.1 and section 2.2. In the section 2.1, we will study the equilibrium of the system of coplanar forces. So in this, we will study condition of equilibrium, then equilibrium of parallel forces, non-concurrent, non-parallel general forces and couples, and then we will study the equilibrium of the rigid bodies. Okay. So also in the first section, we will study the free body diagram concept. Then in the section 2.2, it is the equilibrium of the beams. So in the beam, we will study the types of beams, simple and compound beams, types of support and reactions, determination of reactions at supports for various types of loads on the beams. So this is the overall content of the module number 2, that is the equilibrium of coplanar forces. So what is meaning of equilibrium? So definition for equilibrium is when the resultant of a force system becomes zero, the system is said to be in the state of equilibrium. Okay, that means if any system is subjected to different forces, and for this system, if the resultant value is zero, okay, there is no net force acting on that system, then we can say the given system, it is in the equilibrium. Okay, so this is the concept of the equilibrium. So equilibrium can be static equilibrium when the object or the body, it is in the state of rest. Okay, so it is called as static equilibrium. Or equilibrium can be dynamic equilibrium. Okay, that means if the object is moving continuously and if the resultant on that moving object is zero, then we can say that the system is in dynamic equilibrium. Okay, so both this concept of static equilibrium and the dynamic equilibrium, they are based on the Newton's second law. Okay, so in the example for the static equilibrium, we can take the example of buildings, then water dams, railway bridge, then lamp hanging from the ceiling, or a book kept on a table. Okay, so for all these example, object is stationary. Okay, so this is called as static equilibrium, and the net force acting on that object is zero. In the dynamic equilibrium, we can consider the example if an object is moving in a space, that is a vacuum, at constant velocity. Okay, so when the object is moving with the constant velocity, that is called as a uniform motion, then resultant of the forces, it must be zero on that object. Okay, and object will continue its motion with its initial speed. So this is called as uniform motion, or it is called as dynamic equilibrium. So here in the pictures, you can observe some examples. So first example is a book kept on a table. Okay, so this book is subjected to two forces. One is the self weight, that is a W. Okay, so this self weight is because of the gravity. So this W is acting in the downward direction. This W is supported by the normal reaction. Okay, that means the reaction offered by this table to the weight. Okay, so in the equilibrium condition, this W weight is equally balanced by the normal reaction. Okay, so resultant acting on this book, it is zero, and this is called as static equilibrium. In the second example, this is the bridge, so it can be a railway bridge. So the pillars, they will offer the reaction, it is similar to the normal reaction, okay, to the weight of this slab. So this is the slab which is supported by the pillars or these columns. So these columns, they will offer the normal reaction, and this is the concrete slab. Okay, so this slab, it will apply the load because of the gravity in the downward direction. Okay, so the total load, it is balanced by these supports or by these columns. Okay, so this structure, it will be in the equilibrium condition. So this is again a static equilibrium. Third example, it is the water dam. Okay, So this structure, so it is the concrete or water dam, and this is the water, this is the backwater. Okay, so this backwater, it will apply the force from the left side on the dam. Okay, so dam, it will offer the opposite forces. These are called as reaction. Okay, and because of these forces, that is reaction and the self weight, this dam, it is in the equilibrium condition. Okay, so this is again example of the static equilibrium. So in this second module, that is equilibrium of the coplanar forces, we will only deal with the static equilibrium. That means object will be in the stationary position, and then we will perform the force analysis. Okay, from the force analysis, we will find out the support reactions. Okay. So what are the conditions of the equilibrium? When we say object or a system, it is in the equilibrium. Okay, it must satisfy some conditions. So you can take one simple example so that you can understand what are the conditions of equilibrium. So by the definition, this equilibrium means if the resultant of the force system is 0, then we can say system is in equilibrium. Okay, that means R must be 0. So to make R 0, we know the formula for resultant. So R is given by the formula summation fx square plus summation fy square. Okay, so if R becomes 0, both these values, summation fx as well as summation fy, it must be 0. Okay, so summation fx, it must be 0, and summation fy, it must be 0. So this is resultant is 0. So when we say R is 0, that means resultant is 0. Summation fx has to be 0. Summation fy has to be 0. So these are the two conditions for the equilibrium. Okay. So there is one more condition. It depends on the moment. So take one simple example. Suppose we have one slender object. So take this object as a rod AB. Okay. So this rod AB is pivoted at the center point. So it can rotate about this point. So take this point as a O. Now this object is subjected to equal forces. So this is force F. Take this as a 20 Newton in the upward direction or positive y direction. Second force is F is equal to 20 Newton in the negative y direction. Okay. We have to check whether the system, it is in the equilibrium. Okay. So when system is in equilibrium, its resultant must be 0. So this is the first condition. Okay. So let us check whether summation fx 0 and summation fy is equal to 0. So summation fx, we need to add all the x components. So there is no x component for the given system. So summation fx will be 0 directly. For summation fy, add the y component or the y forces. So first is 20 Newton in the downward direction. So this is minus 20. Second force is plus 20. So this is equal to 0. Okay. So two conditions are satisfied. But when we say the equilibrium and it is the static equilibrium, then system must be at the rest condition. There should not be any motion in that system. Okay. So if you observe these two forces, 20 Newton and this 20 Newton, and let us take this distance between these two forces as a d. Okay. So what is the effect of these two forces about this point? These two forces, they will form one couple, and this moment by this couple, M is equal to force into perpendicular distance d. Okay. So take this distance d as a 2 meter. So that moment because of the couple, it will be 20 into 2. So this is equal to 40 Newton meter. Okay. So what is the effect of this 40 Newton meter? It will try to rotate the beam AB or the rod AB in the clockwise direction. Okay. So that means this object will not be in the rest condition. So it will rotate, and after some time its orientation will be like this. Okay. So it will keep rotating as long as these two forces will be acting on the rod AB. Okay. So it will violate the condition of equilibrium. So as we say, for the equilibrium, resultant must be 0. That means summation fx 0, summation fy 0. So these two conditions are satisfied if you take summation fx and summation fy, but there is additional moment because of the couple. Okay. So that means third condition will be summation of moment has to be 0. So this is the third condition for the equilibrium. Okay. That means if any system or any object, it satisfies summation fx 0, summation fy 0 and summation of moment 0, then you can say the given object, it is in the equilibrium. Okay. So these are the three conditions for the equilibrium. So let us take another example. So we have one bench. Okay. And two students are sitting on this bench. So each student had some weight. So let us take this as a 80 Newton. And this is also 80 Newton. Okay. So this 80 Newton and this 80 Newton, these two weights, they are supported by these two supports. Okay. So these two supports will offer the support reaction. So suppose this is RA and this is equal to RB. Okay. So what is the use of the conditions of equilibrium? So by using these conditions of equilibrium, we can find out the reactions. Okay. In order to maintain the given system in the equilibrium. So how we can find out these reactions? So we can use summation fx and summation fy. Okay. Any two equations, as there are two unknowns, RA and RB. Okay. So use summation fx 0. So if you use summation fx 0, so there is no force in the x direction. So use second equation, summation fy, it is equal to 0. So when you use summation fy is equal to 0, we will have RA so for summation fy 0, we are using the second condition of equilibrium. So we will have RA plus RB in the positive y direction. In the negative y direction, we have 80 and 80. So this will be minus 80 and minus 80. So it will be minus 160 Newton. This is equal to 0. Okay. So we have only one equation and there are two unknowns. So we will get one equation as RA plus RB. This is equal to 160 Newton. Okay. In order to get the values of RA and RB, we will need one more equation. Okay. Because if there are two unknowns, then we will need two different equations. So use the third equation, summation of moment is equal to 0. Okay. So for time being, assume this distance as a 1 meter. And this is 2 meter. And this is also 2 meter. Okay. So we can take the moment, that is the summation of moment by all the forces about any point in the system. Okay. So suppose this point is A. And we take the moment about the point A. So we can write the equation for summation of moment. So summation of moment by all the forces about a point A, it must be equal to 0. So this is the third condition of equilibrium. Okay. So we need to take the moment about the point A. So we can start from RA. So moment of RA about the point A, it will be 0 because RA is passing through the point A only. So there is no perpendicular distance. That means moment is 0. So first moment is 0. Then take the moment by the 80 Newton about the point A. So for 80 Newton, this 1 meter, it is the perpendicular distance. So moment will be 80 into 1, and this moment is clockwise. If you take the sense of rotation, so clockwise is negative. Next is again 80, and the distance is 2 plus 1, that is a 3 meter. So this will be 80 into 3. Again, this moment is clockwise, so it is negative. And next force is reaction RB. So RB, this perpendicular distance is this 2 plus 2 plus 1. So this is 5 meter, and direction is anti-clockwise. So it is positive. Reaction is RB, that is a force RB into distance is 5 meter. This is equal to 0. Okay. So if you observe this equation, there is only one unknown, that is a reaction RB. Okay. So from this equation, you can get the value of reaction RB. So if you solve this equation, you will get some answer for RB. Okay. So this will be in Newton. And then you can put this value of RB in the first equation. So you can get the value of reaction RA. Okay. That means by using conditions of equilibrium, we can find out the unknown reactions or unknown support. Okay. So here RA and RB, these are the support reactions, and we are using the conditions of equilibrium Fx0, summation Fy0, and summation of moment 0. So we can get the value of reaction RA and RB. Okay. So this is the use of conditions of equilibrium. So I hope this point is clear. So next point is, in the equilibrium, it is the free body diagram or the concept of the free body diagram. So when you perform the force analysis and we try to find out the support reactions when the system is in equilibrium, okay, we need to draw one force diagram that is called as a free body diagram. Okay. So free body diagram, by the definition, so it is the diagram drawn by isolating the body from its surrounding and then showing all the forces and reactions acting on the body. Okay. So you can take example. So this is the ladder. So this ladder, it is resting on a horizontal floor and against a vertical wall. So this is the vertical wall and this is the floor or ground. Okay. A man is climbing up the ladder. At a particular position, man is standing. So you can take this distance as a x with respect to the bottom point. So take this ladder as a AB. So at this condition, the system or this ladder, it is in the equilibrium. Okay. So there is no motion of that ladder. So we need to find out the forces which will keep the ladder in the equilibrium condition. Okay. So for that, we need to draw the free body diagram. So free body diagram, sometimes it is represented as a FBD. So this is the short form. So for the free body diagram, just isolate this ladder from its surrounding. So what is meaning of surrounding? This wall and this floor, this will be its surrounding. Okay. So just draw the diagram for ladder. Okay. So this is the ladder AB. Now we need to show all the forces and the reactions acting on the body. Okay. That means on this ladder. So one force, it will be the weight of this man which is standing on that ladder. Okay. So this will be W. So this is weight of the man. So this is W, man. Then second weight will be, it is the self weight of this ladder. So self weight will also act in the negative y direction. So this is the self weight and it will act through the center of gravity. So this is center of gravity and this is the weight of the ladder. Okay. Now this ladder, it is in the equilibrium. Okay. That means point A and this point B, they will offer the normal reactions. Okay. So this normal reaction at point A, it is perpendicular to this surface, that is the vertical wall. Okay. So this point is A. So this is the normal reaction at point A, which is offered by the wall to the ladder. Similarly, this floor, it will offer the normal reaction at point B. So this normal reaction, it will be perpendicular to this surface, that is the horizontal surface. So at point B, this is the normal reaction. So this is NB. So NA, it is in the X direction and NB, it will be in the Y direction. Okay. Now apart from NA and NB, there will be frictional forces. Okay. So how to decide the direction of these frictional forces? Suppose this ladder, it starts slipping, then the motion of point B, it will be in the rightward direction. Okay. So this is the only condition possible for the slipping. If the ladder is slipping, then point B, it should move on the right side. At the same time, the point A, it will move in the downward direction. Okay. So tendency of point A, it is in the downward direction and point B, it is in the rightward direction. Okay. So friction force will be in the opposite direction to the motion. That means at point B, friction will be towards negative X direction. So this is friction force. And at point A, friction will be in the downward direction. Sorry, friction will be in the upward direction. Okay. So this complete diagram, this is called as free body diagram. So what is the procedure to draw the free body diagram? Isolate the object or a body from its surrounding. Okay. Then show all the forces along with reactions. So here forces are this W, these are the self weight, W man, W ladder. Okay. Then this normal reaction Na, these are the reactions Na and Nb, and Fr is the friction force. Okay. So this complete diagram is called as a free body diagram. So we can take second example. So in this example, you can observe this sphere is supported against this vertical wall by using this cable BC. Okay. So basically this cable BC is connected at the center of the sphere, and this is the contact point of the sphere with this vertical wall. Okay. So take this point as A. This is point O. So when we want to find out the reactions in the cable BC and at point A, we need to draw the free body diagram. Okay. So isolate this sphere for the free body diagram. Okay. Now show all the forces acting on this sphere. So force will be its own weight. So this is W for the sphere. Then BC, that is a tension in the cable BC. So this is one support reaction. So this is tension in the cable BC. Okay. And second reaction will be at this point. That is a contact point between sphere and the vertical wall. So this is called as normal reaction. So this normal reaction will be perpendicular to the vertical wall. That means to this surface. So in the free body diagram, we can show that reaction like this. So this is normal reaction acting at point A, and this reaction, it will pass through the center point. Okay. So this is free body diagram for this sphere. So let us take one more example. Suppose a lamp is hanging from the ceiling. So these are the cables. So these cables are connected to the ceiling, and one lamp is hanging with the help of these two cables. Okay, and suppose this lamp, it has some weight 20 Newton, and we want to find out the reactions or the tension in the cable OA and in the cable OB. For that, we need to draw the free body diagram. So for the free body diagram, isolate this point O, okay, to which lamp is connected and the cables are connected. So we can draw the free body diagram for the point O, or we can draw the complete lamp. Okay, so at point O, we can show the forces. So one force will be tension in the cable OA. So this is tension OA. Second force will be tension in the cable OB. And third will be weight of this lamp. So this is W, that is equal to 20 Newton. Okay. And then by using conditions of equilibrium, summation Fx0, summation Fy0, and summation of moment 0, we can find out the unknown values, tension OB and tension OA. Okay. So this is the concept of the free body diagram. So basically, we isolate the given system or given object from its surrounding, and then we show all the forces and the reactions acting on that object. Okay. So this is used for the force analysis, and by using force analysis, we can find out the support reactions. So I hope this concept is clear. What is meaning of free body diagram? So we will solve one basic problem on the equilibrium of the concurrent force system, and then we will study the types of loads and the support reactions. So if you refer the content of the module 2, in the section 2.1, we have the conditions of equilibrium, okay, that we have just studied. Then we have the equilibrium for the concurrent forces, then parallel forces, and then non-concurrent, non-parallel general forces. Okay. So now we will study how to find out the support reactions for the concurrent forces. Okay. So this is the equilibrium of the concurrent force system. So in the given example, a lamp is weighing 150 Newton, is supported by two cables. So cable OB and cable OA. We need to find the forces developed in each cable. Okay. So we'll use the condition of equilibrium. So for concurrent force system, we need to use only summation Fx0 and summation Fy0. Okay. We will not use summation of moment 0. So summation of moment 0, this condition we can use for parallel force system and for the general force system. Okay. Because for concurrent force system, the line of action for all the forces in the system is passing through a single point. Okay. So we will not use the summation of moment 0. So to solve this problem, first step is draw the free body diagram. So for the free body diagram, we can isolate the point O. Okay. So just draw the diagram for the lamp or for the point O. Then at point O, show all the forces. So first is the tension in the cable OB. So this is tension OB. Second force will be tension in the cable OA. And third force will be self weight of this lamp, and that is given as a 150 Newton. So this is exactly in the negative y direction. So this is 150 Newton. This is W is equal to 150 Newton. Okay. So to use summation Fx and summation Fy, we need to resolve these forces along x direction and along y direction. Okay. So to resolve these forces, we must know the angle. So angle is not directly given, but these dimensions are given 8 and 3, and second 3 and 2. Okay. So what is meaning of this 8 and 3? So this is inclination. So you can take this right angle triangle. For this right angle triangle, the opposite side is 8 and adjacent is 3. So you can use tan inverse and you can get the answer for this theta. Okay. So let us take this as a theta 1. So theta 1, it is equal to tan inverse. Opposite side is 8 and adjacent is 3. And theta 2, so this is theta 2. It is tan inverse 3 by 2. Okay, so calculate this angle theta 1 and theta 2. So theta 1, it is 69.44 and theta 2 is 56.31. Okay, so now you can resolve this force, tension OB. So you can select any point along this line of action.